Have you been thinking about making a move here to Utah, or maybe you're thinking about relocating? Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 reasons why some people are drawn here to Utah, and we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah, Koehle here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in Utah, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living in the Salt Lake City, Utah area. If that's of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you are notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time who are looking to make a move, that are looking to relocate or looking to buy or sell a property here in Utah, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and it would be our absolute pleasure to connect with you. So I am shooting this video today. I actually just got a text message this morning from one of my good friends down in Southern California, and she's actually originally from Utah. And she sent me a text and she said, Mariah, I know we've known each other for years and years and years and years. She goes, you're making Utah look really fun. Like, tell me, what do you love about Utah? What do you not love about Utah? Like, is it a good fit for your family? Like, I know you've been there for a few years now. Like, what do you think? So my wheels got turning. I'm like, I've got to make a video on this one today. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 reasons why people are moving out here, and really with some of those things of why we personally moved out here. So number one is simply the beauty and the outdoors. Yes, the beauty and the outdoors. I remember the first time I came here to Utah, I was actually, maybe I was in fifth or sixth grade. I came out here for a soccer tournament, and they had Far West regionals that were here in Salt Lake. And I just remember, getting off the plane and like looking at the mountains, being like, this is just so pretty. It's really just a gorgeous, gorgeous place. So the simply, the natural beauty is amazing here. And like I said, number two are the outdoor activities. There, if you are into the outdoors, Utah, I feel like, just lends itself so nicely to being outdoors. You can see, the mountains if you're into hiking, if you're into biking, if you are into paddleboarding, if you are into skiing, snowboarding, biking. I mean, really, the list of outdoor activities that you can do are endless. I know my family and I, we love going for bike rides. We love going for hikes. We love exploring new waterfalls. We like going through canyons, and we love being outdoors here. So it lends itself really, really nicely to being outdoors, which leads me into the next one. If you are into a really active lifestyle, here in Utah, people like that active lifestyle. They like being outdoors. They like being indoors. They like doing things. And because there's such an active lifestyle in here, during the winter months when it's cold and snowy and all that, there are rec centers. There are these indoor rec centers that many of the cities around, in each different community, a lot of the cities have their own individual rec center. Many of these rec centers have indoor tennis courts. Many of them have indoor water parks kind of inside. Many of them have, gyms. Many of them have indoor tracks that go all the way around. Just lots of different, fitness and different active facilities that are here, which is a huge draw. I know my kids play soccer in and around Salt Lake, and they have a really, really incredible sports facility. It's called the Real Salt Lake, and they have a academy, and there's indoor soccer fields that are incredible, and it's actually where the professional soccer team ends up playing. So just the amount of indoor facilities, outdoor facilities is next level. Moving right along to number four are the family-friendly activities. Yes, the family-friendly activities. I talk about this one a lot simply because I've got four kids, and I remember, living out of state, and compare that to living here. There are so many different things that are very inclusive with the whole family. I know a lot of times when we go to like different little festivals or Parades, they're really geared for all ages and they make it really fun. So, my family, we love going to Midway. It's called the Swiss Days. And every year they have these little, booths that are set up, but they've got a parade in the morning. They've got a 5K race and a 10K race. So everything is really geared so much for families, um, which kind of leads me into the next one, which goes along really well with families, is just the parks that are here. There are so many incredible parks that, again, geared for all ages, but really lots of different, they've got little pavilions for families to set up a picnic and have a picnic there. They've got incredible play structures. And a lot of these different parks also, pickleball is a big, big, big thing here in Utah. And a lot of these parks, I know when we were living in Southern California, there were literally like 2 or 3 places that had pickleball courts. And, you had to put your paddle on the thing and, to get in to get a court. And it just felt like it was so hard to even get into a court, and a lot of them you had to pay a membership to use their courts. Here it seems like every park has tennis courts. Now they have pickleball courts. There are so many parks that are building more pickleball facilities and courts here. So just the family friendly, the facilities, the parks are really incredible. Moving right along to number 6, simply the quality of life. Yes, the quality of life here, I know lots of people say this, and I wasn't sure if, I necessarily believe that when we moved here, but really the quality of life. I remember I used to commute over an hour each way, getting to work and getting back, and sitting in traffic for sometimes hours. But just that quality of life here, even bringing my kids to school, it used to take me almost 15 minutes to get the kids to school, and just, for our local neighborhood school. Here, there are schools that are so close by. The traffic is significantly less than in so many other places. So for us, the quality of life, getting my kids to school takes 4 minutes. And they could ride the bus if they wanted to ride the bus. They, really getting to work, getting to the different places. My husband's commute, I think, is 8 minutes. And things are very accessible. That quality of life is really nice. The work-life balance, because it's such a family-friendly place too. I feel like a lot of jobs, they want to make sure you've got a balance with things, which again leads me right into the next one, is the job market. Here in Utah, there is a strong job market. There is a real, support for entrepreneurs and startup companies. And that's why so many businesses have brought their business here to Utah, simply because of that support that Utah gives to small businesses. Along with that is, the big tech industry that is in Lehi, Utah, in the Silicon Slopes. So you've got a lot of tech jobs that are there, a lot of startup jobs in and around Salt Lake City. There are lots of job opportunities too. So that's another draw here, is simply the jobs, the job market. But it is competitive. It is a competitive job market. So just kind of knowing that and going along with it. Yes, there's a lot of jobs. Yes, there's a lot of support for small businesses, but also that it is competitive. Next one is really the tax rate. The tax rate here in Utah is 4.8%, and it's a flat tax. So in some states, they have, a gradual tax depending on how much you make. Here in Utah, it is the same all the way across. So many people are drawn here to Utah simply because of taxes. So again, that is a draw. Moving right along to the next one are simply the cultural experiences and opportunities here in Utah. The number of museums, the number of fine arts, the plays, the symphonies. I know the Utah Symphony does a spectacular job here in Utah. They perform all over the place. My husband and I have gone to Park City before, in Deer Valley. The Utah Symphony plays there every single summer. Same thing with Sundance. They play there. They play oftentimes at in Lehi at Thanksgiving Point, which is an incredible museum that's over there. So they play at a lot of different places. And then you've got the Tabernacle at Temple Square. just a big push for the arts, the theater, and really a love and appreciation for that. So if you're into, those different cultural experiences, Utah provides a lot of that. And where are my sporting fans? Yes, my sporting fans. And I actually recently talked to a gentleman that was thinking about moving out here. And he's like, Mariah, our family is really into baseball. We're really into football. And this might be one of those ones where I'm like, he's going, I want to move to Utah, but because there's no football team and because there is not a professional baseball team here, he's like, I don't know if we can do it. And he kind of started laughing. And I was like, well, we do have the Utah Jazz, and there are a lot of basketball, NBA supporters here in Utah. Every summer, they have what are called the Summer League games, and a lot of the professional teams come in, usually four to six teams usually come into Salt Lake. They play over the 4th of July weekend. They've been doing that for a bunch of different years, but we do have the Utah Jazz. We also have a professional soccer team here, the Real Salt Lake. And then obviously in Las Vegas is our closest football team now. But a lot of, if you are into sports, if you are into recreation here in Utah, because there are so many universities, you've got University of Utah, you've got BYU, you've got, University, Utah State. I mean, like there's so many universities that are here in Utah too, that those sports are a big deal. So if you're into college sports here, especially football, baseball, basketball, volleyball, all of those are really well supported here, and they're a big deal. Finally, last but not least, is the crime rate. The crime rate here in Utah is significantly lower than a lot of places. So I know for us personally, we love raising our family here just because we feel safe and it feels like a great place to be. Hopefully this gives you an idea of some reasons of why maybe, Utah might be a good fit for you, why people are moving here, why we personally moved here. Again, the family friendliness, we've got, the great education, we've got all the outdoor beauty, we've got the outdoor activities, we've got, just a really active lifestyle that is here in Utah. So if you're thinking about making a move here to Utah, or you've got questions and you're thinking, I don't know, maybe it's a good fit, maybe it's not, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We would be happy to answer any questions that you might have and see if Utah is the right fit for you and your family. It may be, it may not be, but at least you'll have a good idea about that. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and have a good one. Bye.